Hello and welcome to Newstorm. I'm your host, Chris with the CHRILLCAST. Today we have a very important video related to Sony PlayStation updates. So you know this one's going to be good and spicy. If you guys like these kinds of videos, you know what you like, comment down below. Make sure you guys subscribe, and as always, like the video, because if you don't, nobody will. Alright, let's get into it. Okay. There was a PS3 and PS Vita update dropped today in the last 24 hours. And the PS3 is updated to 4.89. The PS Vita is updated to 3.74. If you guys want to be able to follow the updates, make sure that you follow the PS Update Tracker. That is a Twitter account at PS Update Tracker. Used to be the PS4 9.00 update tracker. Now it's just a general PlayStation update tracker. This latest tweet here explains it. All in light of updates by Sony being garbage across the board, I am now tracking all PlayStation updates. Please continue to follow for more information as we find more information out. And as you can see, the tweet here is worst Vita update ever. And I will get into it, okay? So what is the update? Well, it's right here. Following update file has been downloaded. Do you want to update the system software with this update file? Yes or no? Then it gives you the generic stuff, and then it tells you signing in. What are the updates here? Signing in the PlayStation Network now requires a device setup password for enhanced account protection. Goes on to say also, account creation for PlayStation Network and some account management features are no longer available on the console. Use your PC or mobile browser to use account management features with improved performance, speed, and safety. All internet jargon to say, we are making your experience worse, but it's for safety reasons. Then you choose to update, because if you don't, we all know what Sony does to people who don't update. They block you from using everything. So if you don't update, basically you're kind of screwed. All right, so why is this the worst update ever? Well, when you go to the PlayStation Store, you're greeted with this now. Sign in on this PS Vita. You'll need to create a device setup password, scan the QR code with your mobile device, or visit this URL to get started. So much fun, Sony. Now I have to have two devices at all times. This is worse than Nintendo Switch Online with their no voice chat. For the longest time, we had to have a mobile app. At least you could still access the store without pulling out your phone. Not to mention, you can't even access the Vita store or the PS3 store on your phone to begin with. So now you got to log in with your phone to access the store on your device. This is stupid. This is just flat out stupid. Okay. So after you do that, you're greeted with this screen. And basically, Sony sends you a device setup password. This is like a fake two-factor authentication thing, but basically it says enter your sign-in address or email address, enter the device setup password instead of your account password, set a check mark in any check boxes that are displayed, and this allows you to avoid repeating this process every time you sign in. So basically, if you don't set up your device to remember your password, what some people don't want to do, you have to go and do this exact process every time you access the Sony PlayStation Store after a period of time. Now, this is the same for the PS3 and the PS Vita. So, as you can imagine, most people are angry. I like how this article says, stealth PS3 and PS Vita updates anger some players. Like, as if it's not a big deal. This is a stupid thing. It's a big deal. It's a dumb thing. I'm pretty sure this is still part of the security problems that the EU basically said, like, hey, Sony, fix your crap or shut it down. And Sony's like, we'll shut it down. And when players got angry, they left it up. And now they've just been slowly disabling everything that has a quote-unquote security risk per what the EU decided. Anyway, enough about that. Adds new security measures. Oh, yay. Something that requires me to whip out my phone when I sign in every single time. Great security features. PS3 system update 4.89 removes PSN account creation. Oh, good. Now I can't manage my account. What if I only have a PS3? What if I only have a PS Vita? Now I can't manage my account at all from my devices. And the bulk of us don't want to whip out a computer to fix this thing. So it's like, thanks, Sony. PS3 and Vita new updates disable PSN account management. Good stuff. Okay. So here's how you can tell how bad an update is. Update 4.89 just dropped 700 upvotes. I think it had 269 comments. Wait till they learn to unleash the true power of the cell, referring to the cell processor. And then somebody trolling here. I'm so happy they added the printer. You know how many times I've used a PS3 to print? God should bless Sony. But it really is cool that your gaming console can be used as a TV, movie player, music player, and a digital album storage. I'm printing. I'm not going to say that one. Okay, let's keep going here. Just 11 more updates until we hit 5.00. 5.00, isn't that the PS8? You know, people just troll these because it's always like stability updates, stability updates, stability updates. Well, this one actually affects your ability to do things. It removes the ability to create a PSN account. Device setup passwords are now required to log in. The Vita got the same update. Lucky people with PS3s and PS Vitas. Why does Sony still update the PS3? Because clearly it needs updates, guys. Blu-ray compatibility keeps the database updated with serial keys of newer releases. At least that's one thing. That is true. A lot of times the Sony updates have to do with serial keys for newer Blu-ray compatibility. But yeah, so this has been fun. Let's go to the Vita section. Neglected, forgotten, attempted closing, and now they are slowly disabling functions. Looks like our future got more bleak than it already is, my brothers and sisters. New update for PS3 and Vita. PS3 and Vita owners to Sony. What more do you want from me? We like the memes, even though they are saddening. Took care of some security problems. Oh, good. That's all I wanted to hear. Tell other people trying to transfer PS1 games to their Vita from their PS3 that Metal Gear Solid, because Sony doesn't have them listed on Vita storefront. No way to do that now through official firmware because two-factor authentication messes with the license when you use this method. So you're suggesting, instead of better protecting millions of PSN accounts, Sony should focus on a handful of people who want to transfer Metal Gear Solid from a 16-year-old legacy console to a 10-year-old legacy console. Love this subreddit, but can be very Karen-y at times. You sound like a Karen, okay? Calorie Magic. Sorry, but that's like good stuff. So here's what I got to say about all this. All right, listen. Two-factor authentication broke one of the actual good things about having a PS3 to PS Vita, and that is easily transferring games from your PS3 to your PS Vita and vice versa for backup purposes. That was one of the best reasons to own both consoles, is that the Vita can be backed up to your PS3 and then, you know, restored and or retransferred stuff from that measly 32 gigabyte memory card or 64 megabyte memory card back to and from that, so that you wouldn't have to worry about running out of storage. Well, now, unless you know exactly what you're doing or how you're doing it, the average consumer, no way they'll figure it out now. I think the PC is now easier to use, because I know for a while there, the PC backup and restore utility content manager application, whatever the heck it's called, was kind of broken, and now it's kind of fixed. So here we go. New Vita firmware 3.74. Removed account creation from the Vita. Removed some account management settings. Device password required for sign-on. Billing information and redeem codes. You can't redeem codes in the store anymore. What the heck? Okay, Sony, you really don't want us buying stuff, do you? All right. Both the Vita and PS3 got update and account creation from consoles no longer available. You need to do it from phone or desktop. Just go to PlayStation.com if you want confirmation. What a P in the A is anything else having a hard time signing on. Glad to see the rational takes on the subject. So much outrage on other web forums over something that will not affect 99% of Vita owners. Hidden function. Press square to see. Your system will explode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Let's keep going down. Yeah, it looks like forced ending on PS3 and Vita's near. Now, I will say this. This is probably true. It looks like a way to continue supporting the platforms with less maintenance required. That's because Sony took the lazy way, and instead of fixing their encryption in their software, just disable the features that are exploitable, so that in the future they just stop updating these things on the software. And yeah, that is the easiest way to do it, but it's not the way that's the most consumer friendly. They could have spent the time, the money, and the effort to actually update these legacy systems with newer encryption, but they chose not to. So that's the real answer here. Instead of fixing the legacy system, they disabled the features that were exploitable. So here we go, one last thing. PS3 4.89 firmware update breaks copying games to PS Vita from PS3 due to two-factor authentication, which is what we've already talked about earlier. Now, somebody claims that you can actually do this. So it says false. You just need to use the same two-factor authentication password on both. I do think what they're trying to say, and they're not saying it very well, is that this device setup password, which right here says fake placeholder, basically you would use that same password when setting up your PS3 and your PS Vita or your PS TV, and then you would be able to do your two-factor authentication that way. I haven't tested it myself, but I'm probably going to do that myself later on tonight, just to see if you can transfer things back and forth between them using that method. Anyways, this cluster is fun, to say the least. So make sure you guys comment down below. What do you think about Sony's latest and greatest horrible, stupid update on the PS Vita and the PS3? I can't tell you like how many more times I can get angry at Sony's horrible updates for the legacy systems, but we'll keep doing it. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Bye, guys.